told you in the other video, today I'll be talking about the process of adoption. Most people fear the process of adoption, and it's like, oh, can I really make it? And some people give false information about the process of adoption. But there's some few things some few tips I would like to give you, even as you start off the process of adoption. Before you start anywhere, please ensure that you get an adoption agency. Ensure that the agency is registered, so that you know that you're following the right way. So, another thing I would like to tell you, when you embark on the process of adoption, please do not follow shortcuts. They will lead you into a very bad position. You may stay for some time and think that you are very, very happy. You are able to navigate your own ways and you get to what you wanted. But my advice after many years of handling issues of adoption is that follow the right way, because it may be slow sometimes, but it will lead you to somewhere which is safe. So it's not something that happens all of a sudden. It's a process. And for something good to come along your way, you must be patient. Be patient. Even if you got pregnant today, will you get the child the same day after 3 months? You have to be patient all the way to 9 months. And then you get your child. And you're happy and you're satisfied. And I think the process of adoption is like that. So, what I want to tell you is that get an adoption agency. That is the best way. Go to an adoption agency. If you don't know of any, please Google adoption agencies here in Kenya, and they will just pop up and you see many. But also verify how efficient they are, because some may discourage you because they take such a long time until you give up. I would like to tell you, I have a friend who processed adoption with one agency. It took her 6 years. We tried to go to the agency place and it's like, no, we are working for the benefit of the child. You just go and wait. And she waited. She waited until she gave up. And this lady needed a girl child. And after taking a very long time, this is the time when she has already given up. This is the time that adoption agency calls and says, okay, we have got a child, the age that you really wanted, but the child is a boy. She was so shocked because she needed a girl. But thank God, because it worked for her good, because her husband wanted a boy and it worked well. And she processed her thought and she was able to accept a boy, and they lived well, and they are living well with the child. So get an adoption agency which is efficient. Also learn to be patient as a parent, because even if this child comes to your place, you must learn patience with the child. So start practicing it earlier by being patient with the agency, but also follow up. Don't keep quiet. Follow up, and eventually you get to your child. When I talk like this, I don't mean that it takes a very long time, but there is somewhere it takes a long time. The moment you are given the documents and you go and stay with them forever, and you don't fill them and take them back to the agency, there you may take forever. It depends with your pace. Also, where it takes a long time is where you get an adoption agency which is not efficient. You get bored, like my friend, and then give up. Sometimes people give up. So get a good adoption agency, the one that is efficient. Do some research. Do some research. So, and this will be of great help to you. So, when you get to the adoption agency, they do some counseling to you. They ask you for those documents which you are supposed to submit, because this is a legal process, and these are the documents that will be submitted to the court when the case will be taken to court. So please fill them up. When it is done, I think it's not much. They have to come and visit your home and see if we give this child to these parents, will the child be safe? Will they be able to provide the basic needs for this child? Will the child be safe? Yeah. Okay. I'd like to say something that people find, and I think this is something that people usually confuse with buying children. For adoption agency to follow up, they have a lot of work to do concerning the adoption. So they ask for some fee. Actually, it's not much. And whenever people that is mentioned to you, they, oh, I'm buying my child. How can you buy a whole adult or a whole person with such a few coins or money? For some, it may be much, but what I would like to say is that they will ask you for a fee. And this is called the processing fee. They have to go to the court. They have to go to different children's homes. They have to liaise with this and that. They have to come to your place. They have to pay for the counseling that you go through. So that's what that fee is for. So when you are doing that, please be prepared that there is a certain fee that you give. So when the adoption agent gets a child for you, maybe in this home or the other home, they will send you over to that home. And when you get there, that's when you'll be able to identify the child. You may like the child or not. The child may like you or not. If the child likes you or both of you like each other, the process continues. And this is why we come to boarding. And there's a certain period you have to go and board with the child in the place where she or he is in. If it's a children's home, they're in the children's home. You have to go there and report several times. And then, after that, that's when you are given foster care forms where you fill and you take the child home. It's not long. Maybe it takes a week for the boarding. But also during this boarding is when you take the child to the hospital. You check the health status of the child. You observe many things. Any question you would like to ask in between that time, you may ask. So, after you're gone with the child, you're supposed to be taking that child to the children's home where you took the child from. And also you report to the agency for a period of 2 months. And this is where you go and say the challenges you're facing, how are you coping, is there anything that you feel is difficult, you report there. So after that, the home where the child came from sends its social worker to check where the child went and how you are faring with the child. When everything is okay, this is a moment after 3 months. This is the time that your documents, which you gave to the adoption agency, are taken to court. And that's why you start the legal process of adoption. By the end of it, this is where you'll be required to get a lawyer. Yes, a lawyer who works for children, who is knowledgeable about the issues of children, not anybody. And he'll be able or she'll be able to take you through the court process, and at the end, you'll be given the adoption order. And here, you are a parent, you are the legal parent of this child. You can check the birth certificate, you can do many things with the child, and it's fun. And there you are a parent of this child. And remember, this child from this moment onward is your child, like the one that you bore. So he or she has all the rights to inherit from you and all things that are entitled to your own children. So maybe that has helped you somewhere. You can comment down there, and if there be any question, you can just drop the question there and I will be able to answer the much I'm able to. Thank you so much. I hope this process of adoption or what I've given you, it will be of help to you, and know it's something which is very good. Don't listen to other people who discourage you, but I'm telling you, it's doable. It is easy. When you cooperate, it is easy. When you get the right agency, it's easy. So, thank you so much. We hope that you have a good time. And as you think about adoption, we hope that all the children in children's homes will get people to love them, to take care of them. Even as you who are adopted in the family of God, you can find in your heart to adopt a child and feed that child and make a difference in that child. So, that is it. Be blessed.